Hey, Doc. Before the game, you had kind of talked about Dame doesn't need a message. He knows what to do. Just what do you think of him in that first half?
He carried us. He was unbelievable. I thought he had just played under control, very aggressive, which is the way we wanted him. I thought our pick setting in the first half especially was phenomenal. We're a slip team, and we didn't slip tonight. We slipped the first one, actually, and then after that, we worked on setting picks the entire 4 days off just to give them room. The other thing, the biggest difference I thought, though, that he started the game going downhill, and then the game came out. Like, he started the game attacking the basket. That's what we talked about. Get to the basket, get to the paint, and then the floor will open up. And I thought that's where the threes led after the attack. So it was really good.
He also got a stop and pop 3 free throw on one of those pin downs. Just how big was it for him to get to the free throw line early as well?
Yeah, the old rule, never foul a gunslinger, gets him going. He missed his first shot. He had a wide open shot and missed it. Gets fouled, gets 3 free throws. And, I think he was going anyway, but that didn't hurt for sure.
Just what can you say about Chris in those moments without Dame? I think to start the fourth quarter and then in the second quarter.
Yeah, our bench was huge tonight. Chris, Jay Crowder, Malik, they all, Pat Connaughton, they all gave us something. AJ missed shots, but he did a lot of good things defensively. So there was not a guy that I put in that I wasn't happy with the way they played. When Dame's off the floor, it's Chris and Bobby. It was more Chris. Bobby had a stretch. But Chris in the second half, to me, saved us in a lot of ways.
Following up on that, Doc. What did you see out of Chris, though? Because it seemed like every time things got a little loose, he calmed everything down and got the offense back on track.
Took great shots. We kept running the side-to-side special where, Bobby brings it to him. We did it in different variations, and when Chris came off, he just makes really good decisions. And he did that, and he made big shots for us. But he's a calming factor on our team. Like, when things start getting a little hairy and guys, I thought like composure again, like guys start talking, and Chris is the only one that he's just going to keep playing. That's what we need from him.
You had mentioned before the game that winning game one is the home team. Everybody kind of can breathe. But when Dame has a performance like that in general, just how does that take the pressure off the rest of the team?
Yeah, whenever you have a great player and he does that, it allows everybody to kind of get into their game. But you can't expect that every night. Dame does. But we can't expect that. We have to do more. And we played great, more in the first half. But honestly, there's a lot of things that I think we can do better, and we're going to have to do better if we want to win game 2.
And then just defensively, you held them under 100 points, especially I feel like the bigs were really effective. And just kind of what did you like about
I thought everybody was active, followed the game plan. I thought, like, it's funny, I can see them in my head now. The 3 or 4 threes that they had is because we broke what we were supposed to do. That's a good thing, because now I have proof that if you do it, they'll hurt you. They'll make adjustments, for sure. You can see some of the things that they were doing in the second half, getting Siakam in more ISOs. We're going to have to make some adjustments too.
Doc, back here, you mentioned the bench, and obviously Dame goes off for a heater in that first quarter, but those first, I think, 5 minutes of the second quarter, the team kind of extends the lead. How crucial was that?
That's crucial. That, like, if you can, when you have a guy that's had 35 points in the first half and he goes off and you extend the lead with him off the floor, that tells you everybody's playing well. Those minutes, I'm telling you, every night will be huge when he walks off the floor.
Doc, you've coached and been around some amazing playoff performers in your career, but Dame is one of one. What makes him so special in that regard?
Yeah, I don't even know. Honestly, number one would be his confidence is literally unshakable. It just really is. It's funny. He loves boxing. That's where we kind of connect, because I'm Ali and Frazier. I grew up with boxing, and it was good that I was right yesterday. He took Haney, I took Garcia. Clearly, I know more about boxing. But he's got that prize fighter-like mentality. It's almost like he was training for the fight. And then when the bell rings, he seems to be ready. That's his mentality, and that's how he plays.
Hey, Doc. Never seemed like Halliburton or McConnell really got in a groove all night long. Just what do you like about your guys' approach?
Yeah, we kept them in the crowd as much as we can. They're both so good. I mean, they really are. They're different, but they're the same in a lot of ways. And they're the head of the snake. They really are. And I thought as much as we could, we made them play in a crowd. We thought that was very important.
Doc, back here. On Tyrese, it looked like Pat Bev and others were frustrating him at times. You forced shot clock violations. He only had 7 attempts. Is that the type of defense you have to play on Tyrese?
Yeah, but, to think you're going to do it every night, you're going to have to do it differently. That's what I would love every night. I can guarantee you he's not going to take just 7 shots in game 2. And we're going to have to be even better and ready for him. He's a great player. He'll watch the tape. He'll make his own adjustments. Rick's a great coach. They'll make an adjustment, and we'll have to be ready for it. Thanks, guys.